Jeffrey is a black pillar. There's nothing you can do to improve your looks. It's all over. You're coping. It's over for you curry cells. You should just kill yourself. That's how black pillars actually talk. They tell young men who are feeling insecure to kill themselves if they don't have a certain height or characteristics of their face. Black pillars like Jeffrey hate to see you on self-improvement. They don't want to be proved wrong. Jeffrey will try to pull you back down into the bucket of the crabs. He doesn't want you to invalidate his excuses. For a long time, I thought I was ugly, and I genuinely thought that there was nothing I could do about it. I thought I was ugly simply because I was brown-skinned, and I had this belief that brown people were just unattractive, especially to the white women that I wanted. It was only until I adopted a positive thinking mindset when I started going to the gym and I realized that progress was possible. I started to convince myself that I could also progress my face. I did research and I found a bunch of things, and I found that there's only around 5 things that truly can change how attractive your face is, and it's worth implementing all of these. Here is a picture of what I used to look like when I was 18, and here is the pictures that I take now. Adonis has a warrior skull. What a fine specimen indeed. He looks phenomenal, with a jawline as sharp as the spear of Zeus, and the hunter eyes that would make black pillars proud. There's only 6 things that matter in terms of your facial attractiveness: low body fat, tongue posture, head posture, neck size, face exercises, and beard. And we're going to discuss exactly how to improve these. Oh, but Hamza, what about navel, canval, tint, and hunter? Oh, shut up, bro. Black pillars, man. We're not going to discuss things that you can't change because, at least to me, that's a complete waste of time. There's of course 100 different tiny bits of your face that make up the attractiveness, but thinking about something that you can't change is for losers. So let's go through in order of importance. Firstly, low body fat. This is obvious and common sense, but some guys still have too high of a body fat percentage. The ideal body fat that you should set the goal of is around 10 to 12%. This is when your abs are completely visible. You may even have some veins around your abs and your V-line, and you'll have a sharp jawline with no baggy skin underneath. One huge point that no one mentions in terms of low body fat is that to look even better at a low body fat percentage, you want to weigh more. You simply want your body weight to be as high as possible whilst also remaining lean. And the way to do that is to bulk up first and then cut to get leaner. This is what I looked like at 120 pounds and I was fairly lean, but you can see that my face didn't exactly look chiseled. Whereas when I put on a fair amount of muscle 2 to 3 years later, this is what I look like at 150 pounds. You can see a big difference in my jawline. The more that you weigh whilst being lean, the better that you'll look. Focus on increasing your body weight and then cutting. Tongue posture is very, very important, and it's something to be mindful of 24/7. Here is what people look like when they are mouth breathers, and here's what people look like when they breathe from their nose. I was a mouth breather for most of my adult life. My nose would always be stuffy, and I realized how to fix this. You simply need to breathe from your nose more. And you're probably thinking, wait, Hamza, you literally just said your nose is stuffy, like I can't breathe from my nose, so how do I breathe? However much you can breathe from your nose is generally how much you need to. So let's say if your nose is literally 85% blocked and you can just about barely breathe, it's almost like a meditation practice to breathe as much as you can without doing that bullshit that most people do, which is to like force. Don't do that stupid bullshit. Just calmly breathe silently through your nose, and that's how much air you should be taking in. The reason why your nose is generally blocked, even though you'll believe that you've got allergies or any bullshit that you've been convinced by doctors, generally the reason why so many people's noses blocks is because they simply don't breathe from their nose because they breathe from their mouths. The more that you breathe from your nose, the more it'll open up, but you need to go through the trials and tribulations of breathing through your nose when you can hardly do so, and it's completely safe, and it's even healthier to do this. Simply breathe through your nose in a very silent, calm way and do a full exhale. Breathing from your nose will allow you to assume the correct tongue posture, which is when your mouth is closed, your tongue presses up against the top of your mouth, and you want to really focus on getting most of your tongue against the top of your mouth, not just the tip, but most of it. It takes some practice. I don't care what anyone says, this literally changes the shape of your skull. Once again, these are pictures of me when I ended puberty at around age 18, and 2 years later, I still remember this blue picture in the gym when you can literally see that my face started to grow outwards in more of like a warrior skull shape. Head posture is very, very important, and it's so overlooked in terms of facial attractiveness. Everyone, especially you, has some terrible head posture because of all the technology. Everyone's got like their neck up because we're always doing this shit, you know, to see our photo. Sometimes I'm in the gym and I literally see someone using their phone like this. Like, freak, bro. And you just see everyone like this. The simple way to improve your head posture, which improves your attractiveness, is simply just give yourself a double chin as a stretch. Hold it for 2 seconds. The more you do this, the more your neck will start going back, and you'll assume that good, confident, strong posture where your shoulders are back and neck is back that Jordan Peterson promotes. The size of your neck actually makes a big difference in your face. And you're probably thinking, okay, we wanted to talk about face face, why are you talking about neck? Your neck is always visible, and in terms of muscle and size and testosterone and masculinity, oftentimes people subconsciously will see your neck size as the size of the man that you are. When you see someone with a thick neck, even if the rest of their body is cropped out, you automatically have some kind of respect for this guy and you wouldn't want to mess with him. But when you see a guy with a skinny neck and his body's cropped out, you think, yeah, I could, this is a skinny guy, it's no problem. We could show you the rest of his body and he could be massive, but you wouldn't have thought that if you only saw his neck. It's very important to train your neck with the rest of your body in the gym as we've been doing. And the simplest way to increase your neck size is simply to do neck curls, where you just place a small weight on your forehead and just curl your neck like this when you're laying off a bench. The fifth thing you can do to improve your facial attractiveness is the face exercises. And these are generally kind of weird. And I'll be completely honest, I don't really do these that much, but there is one thing that I do heavily recommend, which is to chew harder foods. The shape of our skull and jaws are getting smaller because we're chewing very soft, processed foods. Any food that's rough and hard, like nuts, is very helpful for training the muscles around the jawline. And you can also do a bunch of different facial exercises which look kind of weird. My friend Chris at First Man made a full video on the facial exercises, which I'll link below. And finally, the last thing that you can do is grow and also shape your beard to improve your facial attractiveness. If you can't grow a beard just yet, and you feel like you should have the genetics to do so everyone in your family can grow a beard, even your mother, then it's just because you haven't actualized your masculinity yet. This is like bro science and everyone disagrees with me, but I'm 100% sure of this. If you are genetically capable of getting a beard, you will get it when you become more masculine, when you become more of a man and you take responsibility. Take more responsibility, look after more people, become a leader, and you'll see that your beard will grow faster than ever. If you've already got a beard, it's very important that you shape it in a certain way, which is to have the mustache and the chin longer than the cheek and the sidelines. A very important part of making your beard look good is shaping the underside of it. You want to trim up the beard to your jawline around the cheek here and have the beard come down about an inch near the chin, like this. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.